All right, guys, welcome to TrutherTube. It's January 4th, 2021. I got it right this time. Caught myself messing up earlier in another video, and I apologize right now for the ones that watched my previous videos earlier. Somehow my mute button got smashed on again, and I didn't intend for you guys not to hear everything I was saying in the video, even though you could read it, but it wasn't fully put out there the way I try to present it. So that those type of things happen on my channel. So I just want to put that out there. I'm sorry for the blotchy live streams. Nothing I can do about it. All right. There's a lot of information coming down the tubes, as you guys know. There's so much information coming down the tubes that it's hard to keep up which way to go. But I'm still on this trajectory of the zombies and quite a bit. The disclosure and things like that. Now, some things that I missed apparently in the last day or two, it wasn't plastered all over the YouTube, is these hoax devices. Apparently, there was one hoax device found in New York yesterday. And this is really puzzling. So I want to share it because this one's strange. And there was another one in Philadelphia yesterday. So let's talk about it. All right, I'm getting frustrated. I just talked through this whole video and it was on mute again. I'm not putting my microphone on mute. I just covered that whole, you guys seen it, but apparently this explosion happened yesterday. I just scrolled through it. Hopefully you read it. It's very odd. I didn't even find out about it. And for some reason, when I'm streaming, my mute button keeps coming on, muting me out. That's interesting. Okay. So, on that note, let me show you about Creepy Joe that I just found, that I found it interesting. Because he's talking about if any woman strips naked and walks to the U.S. Capitol, no man has a right to touch her. Now, this kind of popped up in my radar while I was searching for something a little while ago, and I found this very interesting. And why is because Biden uses the symbology while he's talking and ranting on right here. And I don't know if this is predictive programming for Wednesday or what, but this is very odd.
That if a woman in this audience got up, stripped down, stark naked, and walked over to the United States Capitol, she has a right to be arrested for indecent exposure. But no man, even in that circumstance, has a right to touch her. No man has a right to touch her. Period. 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 This abuse is not a personal matter. It's not a family issue. It's not a misunderstanding of something she had coming. Violence against women is a crime, pure and simple.
And wow, coming out of his mouth, I don't think he has any room to talk about touching people. My gosh, we've got it on film multiple times, don't we? So I found that really strange because he's doing the old, symbolism while he's saying that. Now, that was, I found this on Air TV. And let me pull that up. It was from February 28th, 2020. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm just putting it out there. It was very creepy. Okay. Now, the next thing, the main reason why I came on here is because when I watch Monograph channel. And if you haven't been over there, you might want to go over there and check it out sometime, because he puts out a lot of interesting connecting the dots information. And when I was on there last night, he was talking about the zombie virus. So I was over here on Twitter looking up the old zombie viruses and the things that he was talking about, because I know many of you don't watch all my videos, but in maybe October, I was on my channel here with multiple people, and we were talking about the zombies. And I was showing the zombies and the weirdness going down in Florida about 2012, where the man was acting like a zombie and he was shot in the middle of the freeway, or basically on the freeway. And Monograph brings this up last night in his live stream. And he's pointing out that there's a connection to maybe what's going on and what's to come in the future, according to the C, fill in the blank, C, and their zombie preparedness. Now, I actually seen this on their website back in the beginning of the pandemic in January, and I didn't connect the dots to it. But it says, wonder why zombie apocalypse, and zombie preparedness continue to live or walk dead on a CDC website. As it turns out, what first began as emergency kits 101, zombie pandemic preparedness. Now, I've talked about the zombie predictive programming in one of my last videos this week, and of the video games, of them predictive programming children and adults of killing our own kind as if they're zombies. In my opinion, they have all these police officers in all their gear and their stormtrooper gear. Because I just showed yesterday that we have actual officers in Salem, Oregon looking like stormtroopers with their vest on and all white. So the stormtroopers are here. And the zombies is that they look like a zombie because they're in gear. You can't even see their face. So they're soulless. And I guess that is the predictive programming for RoboCop. In my opinion, RoboCop, they are pushing this agenda with our nation, with the officers, so they can implant what comes out of MIT, the robots. So you've seen the robots lately, and if you haven't, I should show you the robots dancing. It is incredible how far they've advanced in the last 9 years. So on that note, my train of thought there is the zombies. Yeah, they're predictive programming us for zombie apocalypse. And if you watch Monograph's channel in his video last night, he touches on this in a very good way. So what I'm trying to say about this is you need to come on over to Monograph's channel and connect the dots. Let me see if I pull his video up or not. See, this is the incidents that I was talking about a few months ago. The zombie attack, as this bath salts were blamed on this cannibal case. This man gets crazy, and they blame it on bath salts, but I don't know. There's been a few of these zombie people around the world that's been caught, and yeah, let's check out this video. Let's see if we can actually see something.
All right, so it plugs it in. Perfect. We'll start the car. I need to tap to begin the scan. Now my two.
All right, I see some bodies laying there. That's really disturbing. This is not the best video, but I didn't know there was 2 bodies laying there. This is not the best video because there's some more raw footage, but they've taken it down because I've looked high and low before months ago to find the other video footage of his face. But this man seems to be a cannibal. And he just takes a bite out of somebody's face, I believe, a homeless person's face. And this man was, according to his girlfriend or wife, was acting normal, but he said he had to go, and he had a Bible in his hand. And he was acting normal, but he had to go for some reason, and they found him doing this. Interesting story. If you tie it to what Monograph's saying last night in his video about maybe a zombie virus and the connections there, you know, this is only a conspiracy at this point, but it's very interesting the things that he lays out, because I just don't know why if people were eating bath salts and then when we see a lot of zombies like this, I don't think people still are using bath salts. I mean, I don't know. I've never tried bath salts. I've used them in the bath. But if people are getting high on bath salts, then why is this not happening all the time? Or why was it a one-time incident? What's up, Amos? So on that note, I think you guys should come over to Monograph's channel and check out his video last night. I would like to break it down, but it's hard to break down his videos because of how he does them. And I'd have to take you to Twitter, and it's just really the way to the best sum up this video is just to go to his channel and tell me what you think about, oh man, let me go back to YouTube. Oh, here it is. Okay. I had the wrong screen up. It's just really interesting of the connecting the dots to the whole scamdemic. And he connected a lot of things that I think is very important, that maybe everyone should sit through this video and kind of open up Twitter, and his channel's October Reigns, and look at connecting the dots. Now, this makes sense. It might be a possibility. And I'm going to read some of the, just on, so you guys can see, I'm going to read some of his comments. So this person said, I called out the zombie infection 6 months ago, and they tell us in movies, which is true. I Am Legend, which is true. And The Simpsons and many others. Also, like you said, people being attacked and eaten in buses or on the street. This was to test their product. Farmer Gates told us the next one would get out attention with a big Cheshire smile. Cheshire smile. Okay, now on that right there, there is a video that came out by Enter the Stars today that has to do with smiley faces and balloons. And it has to do with this whole pandemic, scamdemic. And when I seen that, oh, this video, I'll pull it up in a minute, Enter the Stars. And then you can see what the big Cheshire smile might be. And let's see. Okay, so come over here to Monograph. I'll drop this link. You guys go watch this video. Tell me what you think. Because there's a lot of interesting information that I've connected the dots in the last 2.5 years to this video that he made last night that says a lot of things could be adding up there. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Enter the Stars. So now I'm going to go to Enter the Stars and the smiley face. Yes, there's something very odd about these smiley faces. Because here we go. They have to tell us
these creepy red balloons that appear.
They have to tell us while they're torturing us. It's part of the agenda. This is part of what they do. They have to tell us, and we have to go with free will, and everybody goes along with the program. Now, he's connecting the dots to smiley face balloons. It's not just smiley face balloons, but it's a smiley face cancer cell that really looks like a smiley face under the old microscope. Yes. And it is wild. And, you know, I could sit here and play the video, but it's so long, and I would really just think that everyone should go over here, and I'm just going to give you a little teaser of what he's talking about. Okay? Let me start it. I don't know where I should start it. It's such a great video, connecting it. You be patient, because he's connecting it into towards the middle and the end. So here I go. I'll show a little of it.
Back and looking what these people are doing and having the time to actually see what you're looking at instead of seeing it as entertainment. So here's Tom Hanks signaling the spread of the CV in the film Forrest Gump.
In 16 hours.
And 16 hours. That was the last part of it. So you have a 19 and a 16. And you can rotate those two numbers around all day long, and they just keep saying each other. The 16 and the 19 are mirrors of one another. Just keep spinning it and spinning it and spinning it. And you have 19 and 16, which is 19. Unbelievable. Remember, I told you that their symbolism has a start point and an end point, and it mirrors one another. We showed you with the Future, the rap artist, and his performance at the BET. We showed you the numbers surrounding that, how they have a beginning number and an end number, and they always mirror one another. Now, then he just stops running, right? Let's close this. Let's keep going. Now you're starting to see why this smiley face appeared in a cancer cell. This is where things go off the rails. This is a real cancer cell. It's called beta-catenin protein. We're going to call it BCAT for short. Beta-catenin is BCAT. And it's a protein which causes cancer by moving into the cell nucleus and activating genes. But it's also a very necessary protein in many bodily functions. Look at this thing. Look at how creepy this is. This is a real image. It just appeared magically in this cancer cell. So now we're going to tie this into Bill Gates, because Bill Gates is very interested in this cell. He funded research, and now you know what the smiley face really is. Let's read about this here. This is unbelievable. Daily Mail. And what's this story? Oh, man, that's the only thing about Daily Mail. If you leave the tab open, it changes the story on you. See if we can get this back. Oh, geez. Are you serious? Maybe the back button? I don't know. What happened to my article? Maybe it's back. Maybe they took it down. Let's see. Here it is. Now, it's interesting. Australia again. So the red balloons start out in Australia with the worst flu. And then here we are, full circle. Remember, there's always the beginning and an end. There's an entry point and an exit point. This was 2012. This is actually before. Look at January 17th. There's your Q again. 17 is Q. This is actually before the outbreak. The image of Jesus Christ has been reported in everything from a slice of bread to a laundry sock, but it's hard to beat the extraordinary creation of a smiley face on a cancer tumor. Sydney researchers have been astonished as they have watched the face develop on a laboratory-produced cancer protein, which develops into tumors. The researchers, the scientists at Westmead Millennium Institute for Medical Research created the cancer protein 12 years ago to learn how it would develop into a tumor in the human body. Have a nice day. The curious smiley face image forming in a cancer protein. But the experiment produced more than they had bargained for when the smiley face began to develop over the years. It developed over years. This is crazy. We've never seen anything like this before, said Associate Professor Bear Henderson, leading the research. People here in the lab have been excited, very excited by the image. So this is the BCAT protein. Now, as I told you, Bill Gates has a particular interest in this smiley face cancer cell. He helped fund this study that we're going to look at next. And it's all about the cell. I want to review the study because it has to do with an autoimmune response in the gut. I'll say that again. This has to do with the BCAT protein, the smiley face protein, and an autoimmune response in the gut. And Bill Gates funded this study. Here you go. NOI. Wait, it says here, the work in this laboratory was supported by grants from the National Institutes of Health and the grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What is their interest in this cancer protein? Let's read about it. Now you know the smiley face is real, that I wasn't just making that up because it was convenient or cool, that I listened to the clues and the Holy Spirit in it, and I go with it with no fear of scrutiny, no fear of being made fun of, because if that was the case, I wouldn't speak anything that comes into my mind, because some of it sounds crazy, but it all pans out in the end. So, what is this about? Well, this is a big word sandwich, so I'm going to break it down for you. Basically, what it says is the BCAT in the intestine regulates the balance between the inflammatory immune response versus the regulatory response. In other words, the BCAT limits the inflammatory immune response. Where else do we hear about immune responses? Well, VCs. So the question is, was Bill Gates interested in this cancer cell because he thought it could help mediate the immune response, the side effects of VCs, while still providing immunity? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but what I can tell you is that BCAT was actually theorized that it could improve the efficacy of cancer VCs. What do you know? BCAT signaling and T cell immunity. T cells are white blood cells. And it says here in this study that these BCAT, let's pull this over here. BCAT signaling is critical for the differentiation, polarization, and survival of mature T lymphocytes, for the survival of mature white blood cells. There you go. Unbelievable. So, in a nutshell, the BCAT is at the center of VC science. If you don't know what VC is, somebody will help you out in the chat. And sure enough, the smiley face strikes again. So now we can go and look back at all those films that I just mentioned and all the associations that pertain to the smiley face and viral nature and associations with the smiley face in each of those instances and plague. And now we can see the connection clearly. They were talking about the BCAT, B-catenin. Now, something strange happens when BCAT mutates. It causes colon cancer and a lot of other cancers. Let's read a little bit more about BCAT. Got the Wikipedia page pulled up right here. It says BCAT, let's turn this off. Involvement in cancer is a proto-oncogene. Mutations of this gene are commonly found in a variety of cancers. In primary hepatocellular carcinoma, so hepato is liver, colorectal, ovarian, breast, lung, and glioblastoma. Basically, this is the cornerstone link to most cancers. It has been estimated that approximately 10% of all tissues samples sequenced from all cancers display mutations in the catenin B1 gene. Most of these mutations cluster on a tiny area. So this is just more science behind it, but basically there's your proof that in fact, so this is weird, okay? Bill Gates is interested in this.
All right, say it plugs it in. Perfect. We'll start the car. I need a tap to begin the.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Okay, I dropped that link in that channel of this channel. Excellent channel. Enter the stars. Now, where the connections where the connections lie here is they're promoting. Everybody put smiley face balloons around the nursing homes and on people's cars, mailboxes. Give them a smiley face, make them brighter, brighten up to know that people care. No, this is another symbolism event going on with the old hoax. And he laid it out perfectly in this video. And I'll show you the balloons really quick. And then I want you to come over here. This is what they're promoting. People are putting out balloons. Happy faces around town. And then we got the old smiley face and the cancer cell. Interesting. Interesting. Very good connecting the dots there, sir. On Enter the Stars channel. Now, let's come over here. And I want you guys to go to, if you have Twitter, I want you guys to go subscribe to Monograph channel. And then to watch his, I don't do it because I don't have the capacity to be on 2 devices and do it at the same time. But if you can come over here and subscribe to October Reigns, this is Monograph's channel on the tweet here. And this is what he revealed in his last, his connecting the dots in some zombie virus and connections to the HIV and such. So go over there and check it out. Now, the last thing I have to say is, for many of you, if you don't know, I've been telling you guys to get Z-Tox. And I've been using this for 2 years now almost. Since I got really sick from the targeting of the death planes above and their chemicals and biochemical warfare. So I became sick with something called Morgellons. And this is what's really helped my case. I was really sluggish, sleepy all the time, brain fog, the list goes on. And because I've been taking this product, little drops here and there, you can do multiple drops in your drink. It doesn't taste like anything. You'll never notice it, but it will take out the aluminum and heavy metals. I highly suggest using this product. It's zeolites. You don't have to use this product, but zeolites in general pull out heavy metals, and it comes from lava. So if you want to detox your body, I would suggest buying something with zeolites. It's called zeolites, and this is the brand I use, Z-Tox. And you know, I'm just really floored about some of the evidence that people are coming up with, and it's connecting the dots. So I'm connecting the dots with Monograph's channel and Enter the Stars channel for this live stream. So thanks for coming by, guys. There's the links, and I appreciate you guys coming. I'll try to research more, but I just want to put in a general direction where you guys need to go and think about the boom booms. I didn't even know about those 2 incidences that happened in Philadelphia and in New York in the last 36 hours. So, and that's saying that tomorrow is election day here in Georgia. And yeah, it should be interesting. And Wednesday, I watch all these live streamers heading on to DC. So just keep your eyes and ears wide awake and peeled. You know, like, hey, the optics are high and connecting the dots is everything. So go check out October Reigns on Tweet and Monograph channel and Enter the Stars, guys, and put it in the comments if you find any connections so I can connect the dots also. And we can all work together. All right. I will come back when I gather more information. All right. Much love and light, guys. Take care.